I'm Shaw Grigsby, and welcome to the Power Pole headquarters, where every shallow water anchor is designed and tested to hold the bottom even in the harshest conditions. Let's see how they do it. Power pole. Too bad everything doesn't hold this well.
Hey there folks, Wesley Strader, Walmart FLW Pro, Rig CFC. We're getting ready to go into the lid. Okay, here we are at the back of the boat with my Evinrude 250. And the only thing that complements this Evinrude 250 as good as anything is this Atlas hydraulic jack plate from TH Marine. You know, and jack plates aren't just, hydraulic jack plates aren't just for, you know, getting up in shallow water and stuff like that. There's certain scenarios when you're back in some shallow water and you're trying to get over some logs and stuff. With a traditional motor mounted to your jack plate, you can't get the motor up high enough to get over logs sometimes. So what that does is it increases you 6 inches worth of lift to get your motor up high enough so you can actually get over those logs a little bit easier. And then also we have here, no bass boat is complete without a set of at least 8-foot power pole blades. And ever since I started using these, I mean, I was a strong advocate of not having one of these, and after I had one put on my boat the first time, and I was like, I'm an idiot, because it has helped my fishing tremendously, because I'm a shallow water fisherman anyway. I like to power fish, and man, it's just so many different scenarios that these really play a part in, whether it be docks, grass, whatever, wind blowing real hard. It's a must-have on a bass boat. Okay, here we are up in the boat now, and you know, there's some features on these Ranger boats that are pretty unique to Ranger, exclusive to Ranger. Now, the Ranger has incorporated this, you ever left a plug out of your boat? You gotta put it back on the trailer, get out, pull the boat back out of the water, put your plug in, put the boat back in the water. No more. All you have to do is come back here and turn this to in, plugs in, or turn it out when you come out. There's no more getting down underneath the boat, you know, hitting your head on the power pole bracket or anything like that. Simple. And then also here, when you come in the evenings, you don't even have to open the lid to charge your batteries. You just pull your cord out, hook your batteries in. Life's a little bit more simple now. And then we'll come up here and we're going to go into the back of the boat. You know, and I don't have a lot of stuff in the back of my boat. It's, you know, basic batteries and throw cushion. You know, and Ranger has this jumper system to where if your batteries go dead, you just, you know, you turn it over to jump, and you don't have to, if your cranking battery's dead, you don't have to worry about it being dead. You just turn it over to jump, motor starts right up off your trolling motor batteries. And then also, this is like, maybe if I fish a local tournament at the house, I got a weigh-in bag, you know, to put my fish in, or if for some reason I might break down or something, I'm transporting my fish over to another boat, or that way I'm sure I got my fish in the bag and I don't drop them in the water. And I always carry a spare prop. I don't have it in here with me today, but we're at this media event. I took it out, but I always carry an extra raker prop for my motor, because you never know. You know, you might hit something, you might spin a hub, whatever. But it's always good to have. You never know. You might be 80 miles down the lake, and you know, pair prop up. You always keep an extra prop. Always. That takes care of that. You know, and then we're just going to go into, you know, like my storage stuff in the back of, you know, here it is, it's coming into winter time. You know, I got my gloves, keep them behind the seat, keep my insurance papers in a plastic Ziploc bag so they don't get wet, keep them in my boat in case there's anything happens. I like to keep all my Zoom jig trailers, like my chunks, my crawls and stuff in the box behind the seat. I like to keep some of the weight back. You know, stuff gets really heavy when you got a lot of it. So, and I actually like to do this because, you know, I'm going on the road so much. I keep a lot of this stuff with me. So I never like coming home and taking all my stuff out of the boat, because at some point in time I'm going to need it. So I like to keep it all with me. I always keep you always want to have some tools, you know, just as a simple, just hodgepodge of tools that I might need while I'm on the road. You know, a crescent wrench, a prop wrench, P&H prop wrench, just smorgasbord, you know, gasket tape, Teflon gasket tape. You never know when you're going to have some of that. You always got to carry an extra hat in case something happens. Extra pair of Typhoon sunglasses. Because you got to be able to see in the water. It's a must. You know, keep a few bungee cords, small bungee cords, in case, you know, you never know when you need to strap something down. You know, another neat thing about these Wrangler boats, you know, used to all your compartments open from this way back. Well, you know, if you're running down the lake and you forgot to latch it, you know, that thing will fly up and hit you in the elbow. You're running fast. It's not good. Now they have it where it opens to the front, so you never can open it up, you know, running, or it can't fly open. And, you know, it's just a great place to keep your storage stuff. I like to keep my G-Force cull system handle in here because it's quick and handy to go along with my, in a minute I'll show you my Livewell system back here for where I keep my culling pins and everything. But I like to keep that in there. It doesn't get wet and all the storage. I always carry some electrical tape. You know, you never know if you break a transducer off, you can use electrical tape to tape your transducer back on, and it doesn't affect the way the transducer reads. You always gotta have some wet wipes. You never know when that man emergency is going to happen, so it's a must. I also have this little thing here. Like, sometimes I'll actually weigh my fish exact, and this is kind of a little handy dandy thing. You know, each one's numbered, and they have even got them in there, and I can dial this in. It's real simple. Good little trick. You know, stuff to clean my grass, just hodgepodge of stuff. You know, that's everyday stuff that you need. You know, cord for your music. Gotta have a cord for your music. Oh yeah. Oh, but the most important thing, I didn't go into the most important thing, is the old Lucky poker chip. This was my uncle's. My uncle's passed away now, but he gave this to my dad. Had it. Dad told me, "Sierra, I want you to put this in the boat with you. It's a part of your uncle." And me and my uncle fished a lot together when I was younger, and I keep that with me right here, so maybe it'll bring me some good luck. Now we're gonna go into Livewell right here. The Livewell, like I was telling you, I keep my G-Force handle in there. And, you know, TH is really, I mean, this isn't much, but this little deal right here, I can keep my cull pins right here on the side of my Livewell. I don't have to worry about digging them out of a compartment somewhere, or where they're at, where they're not at. They hang right here real neatly, and that way, you know, sometimes it costs a man a lot of money in the tournament if you've got 6 fish in your Livewell, you're penalized 2 pounds for that. So, you know, I keep 5 there, and that way I know I have 5 in the well, and that way I ensure that I don't lose count. And then also, you know, in here we got this the oxygenator TH Marine makes. This puts pure oxygen into your water, along with your recirculation system. This actually puts 95% dissolved oxygen in your water, so keep your fish lively and healthy. You know, one thing I forgot to mention, you know, what I was talking about earlier, is a push pole. You know, if you're a serious bass fisherman and you fish all over the place, you know, at some point in time you're going to have a push pole to push around and, you know, be able to get through some stuff, or get over some stuff, or get off some stuff without getting out of the boat. You know, and this is a nice thing. Like I said again, I'm not sponsored by anybody by this, but this Super Stick's a really good pole that extends out, and you know, it's got a flip lever to lock it, and they got this little neat mounting system that keeps it out of my way. It ain't back here in my storage compartments. If I need to get to it right quick, I just reach down and grab it, and I pop it right back down. It stays right there, don't go nowhere. Must have for me. Right here we are now at the console, and you know, Ranger's got a lot of great features on these boats, and you know, just like I can turn my oxygenator on from right here. There's the oxygenator that TH Marine makes. This boat also has a fan in it, like up in the rod locker. I'll let you see that a little bit later, but you can turn this fan on, like when you come in from fishing. Maybe you got a little moisture in there. You can actually leave that rod locker closed, all those closed, and there's a vent system that goes from that locker to the center locker to the starboard locker. And what that'll do is that'll actually pull all the moisture out of there, especially if it's really hot in the summertime. It dries up quick. So that's a little feature that they've added. It's pretty neat. And then, you know, you've got your aerators, the timer for it. And you got your horn for in case, something get off my fishing spot. It's really a major deal right there. And then, it's just basic stuff, the start, stop, navigation lights, and all that stuff. But then I'll go into like my Lowrances. Everybody asks me, says, why do you have 2 Lowrances? Well, nowadays a lot of people are always off the bank structure fishing, this, that, and another. And what that does is what I'll do is I'll keep this one on full sonar, and then I'll put this one on full chart. And what that does, it enables me to be able to see the picture a little bit better. I'm not having to look at a little bitty screen like this. I got the whole screen. Something may get by me that I didn't see, and I'm like, oh, what's that over there? I can go back and scroll back to it. And the same way with this, when you're navigating down the lake, you want the biggest picture as you can to see what's coming ahead of you, on your avionics chip. So that's why I do that. Plus, if say I have a unit go down, for some weird reason a unit goes down, I can turn this one off, and then I can put this on the dual mode where I got split screen. So that's why I run 2. It's always you never know. That's just we put a lot of time and money out here fishing, and the big entry fee. You don't want your day to be ruined by a graph going out or something like that. But unforeseen things happen, so that's why I run 2. And then also, you never know what's going to happen. Thunderstorm, these are probably invaluable in a bass boat. It don't matter if it's summertime, whether it's raining, but these typhoon goggles, I don't like wearing a helmet because a helmet is, unless it's in the wintertime, I'll wear a helmet in the wintertime, but you kind of, the force of the air pushing on your neck with a helmet on, I don't like that. These are lightweight. You can put them in any compartment. You can get them in different colored lenses. You can get tinted, clear, amber. A must-have for me. And can't forget your whistle. No boat, every boat in the country has to have a whistle. Right here where we're under the front lid. This is where I keep most of my tackle. I got some over in these compartments, but this is where I keep the majority of my tackle. And I try to keep a little bit of everything in here. As you can see, we've been at this media event. It's not in the greatest shape that there is, but you know what? There's a little trick that I do. There's a little trick that I do with my boxes. I think I'm gonna show you one here. Is what I like to do is you can go to the Home Depot or the Lowe's or wherever. This is stuff that comes in that you put in cobalt toolboxes that keeps rust out of your tools. You can actually, I take and glue this in my lid, and it keeps all my hooks from it. I especially do that with my crankbaits and chatterbaits and stuff like that. Just a little bit. And then, if you're wondering what this is right here, this is something that's really special and dear to my heart. My friend Brad Peterson, he's kind of one of the guys that kind of helped me get started in fishing, and this is actually where I won Lake Washita in 2002, and Brad helped me get started, and Brad, he was involved in a farming accident about 2 years ago, and he thought so much of me that he framed that and he kept it up in his house, and when he passed away, I got it and I keep it with me. I think about him almost every day. He's almost like a second father to me, and I keep it with me everywhere I go. It's just kind of special to me, and I won't never forget him, but I like to keep that right with me, and he's always in the boat with me. He helped me get started, and I won't forget it. Alright, then we go. This is another, just a compartment I keep my tackle in. I like to, these are actually like document holders that you buy at the Walmart. Actually got them at the Walmart. Rock on, Walmart. But it's just document holders, and you can store a lot of stuff in these things. They're fairly inexpensive. Like, I keep all kinds of baits in them. the things that I almost use all the time, a daily use, I keep them in it. Just, you keep quite a bit in it. You don't have to carry a big, a cardboard box full of baits with you. I can put them in here, keep them in the boat. I've got them with me at all times. I usually keep, this is kind of my day box too. I keep almost like a lot of stuff. Like if I'm going to a tournament in whatever I think I'm going to be using during that tournament, I try to keep it in this compartment. Just like with my jigs, I always keep my jigs in this compartment. Because 90% of the time I'm going to be flipping a jig, so I keep my jigs in this compartment. It's most of my daily, the stuff I'm going to be using during the tournament. I keep it right in here. I keep my golden retriever. Marion Tipton makes this at the house. As you can see, it's got a hook on it. It'll get every A-rig that you've ever thrown loose. He does that to pull the hooks plumb out of it. Basic stuff. And then over here, this is where I keep all of Keith Powell's cherished, prized Powell rods. And by the way, Keith, I'm still waiting on my Max 3D rods that they're supposed to be the greatest thing that's ever happened. So I'm waiting, baby. I'm waiting. So like I said, the Rancher boat has a lot of storage in it, for you. But one thing I like to do is I like to put these sleeves on there, and I can put like 3 rods per tube. That way I can store, I can store more rods than I really need in there. But like when you go on the road, you want to take a lot of rods with you. I might be gone a month, 2 months. You got to take everything with you because each lake is a different condition, different fishing style, different methods of fishing. So that's it. Just a rod locker. Swinkowski. And then over here, same thing, just a storage locker. Keep my good Ranger rain suit in here. Some more tackle. I'll keep loose. Like I'll carry a few extras, in a Ziploc bag. Stuff that I think I might need. Maybe I don't. Might. Bobbins, sweatshirts, some extra tackle, fire extinguisher. It's a law, fire extinguisher. Like I said, just nice storage compartments. You got a lot of good nice storage areas. Alright, here we are in front of the boat. Minn Kota Four-Trax 101. That's the trolling motor that I've run a Minn Kota ever since I started fishing. I've never had an issue with my Minn Kota trolling motor. In here I've got a hydro wave up on the front, and a lot of people ask me about this hydro wave. Does it work? Well, it does work. I've actually seen it work, but here's another scenario. Is I think that it masks your human noise. Like when you're going in a shallow pocket, you turn this on, you can put it on shad frenzy, whatever, but I think it masks it. It's kind of like putting cover-ups in on when you're deer hunting. You don't want to alert the deer of your presence. So same way with this. I've actually seen it work on bedding fish and schooling fish, and fishing out deep, really good. And then there's another little thing here on my trolling motor that every time I get around somebody, they ask me what this is. Well, the guy that makes this give it to me. It's a Troll Perfect, and what it is when you put this on here, it's just like the tensioning on your foot pedal on your trolling motor. You can adjust the tension, but instead of doing it on your pedal, you can do it right here with just the ease of the little twist of this screw right here. And what that allows you to do is, if you've ever been in rough water and you come out of a wave, like you come out of a 4 or 5 foot wave, when you got your foot on that trolling motor, it almost always jerks the trolling motor out from under your foot. You can't stand on it. What this does is when you tighten this up, it will keep that trolling motor in the position that you got it in, even when you come out of that wave. It will not move. So that's a really handy dandy thing. I've really enjoyed having that. I've had that about 3 years now, or 4 years, and it's just, I ain't sponsored by them. It's just one of those things. It's just, in my opinion, it's a must-have in the boat. So, and then you got your speaker for your hydro wave on your trolling motor, and as you can see, I use my electrical tape, so I keep it in there. You got to keep your electrical tape in the boat. I'll change this out about every 2 months. I do that so it doesn't bang my cords up, for my transducer or my hydro wave. And then also right here, I'm not like everybody else and have 2 or 3 units up on the front of the boat. I just, grew up fishing shallow, but I do fish deep. But I run a HDS 9 Lowrance up on the front. It's just simple. It ain't a great big unit, but it does what it's supposed to do. It's a nice unit. See what you need to see, and that's all I need. So then also you got your your foot pedals here for your power poles. That makes it real handy. I like to keep them on each side of the trolling motor pedal. That way, I don't have to go over here and do it. I can just take my foot off, or control them from right there. I don't like using the lanyard. I mean, it gets in the way of me fishing, so I don't like using the remote. I like to get right there. And then, like on the front there, you can operate everything that you can from the console right there beside the depth finder. That's about it. Under my lid.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah. Hey man, how about that? They were really tight.
Not bad.
What was that? You see that? See what? Creek, did you forget to turn the hydrowave off again?
Oh, it looks like I did.
Don't worry, I got it.
Thanks, bud.
Creek! Sorry, guys. He never remembers. Give it up, Creek.
What are you doing, dude? They're keepers.